See, the real foundation of our life is proven in the storms. Good morning, y'all. Welcome to Coffee with Connect. We get together on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 9:30, and we get into God's Word together with our coffee. And I hope that you've got your coffee. My mug today is a mug I got at Disney World some years back, and I love it. It's got this picture of Walt. He's kind of ghosted in there over top of the castle, and it says vision on there. It says it's kind of fun to do the impossible. Walt Disney, the quote from there. He certainly was a guy with vision, and the passage we're going to be looking at today is from somebody who had and has the most vision ever, Jesus. And we're looking at a passage in Matthew chapter 7, and what he's actually talking about should give us vision for our life, and help us to really ask some questions of ourselves and where we're going and what we're doing. So we're going to pray, we're going to read, think, write, and do, that 5-step process that we use to study God's Word. So I hope that you've prayed and asked the Lord to open your eyes and your heart to what He has for you today. And we're going to read Matthew chapter 7, verses 24 through 27. I'm reading out of the CSB this morning. It says this: "Therefore, everyone who hears these words of mine and acts on them will be like a wise man who built his house on the rock. The rain fell, the rivers rose, and the winds blew and pounded that house. Yet it didn't collapse, because its foundation was on the rock. But everyone who hears these words of mine and doesn't act on them will be like a foolish man who built his house on the sand. The rain fell, the rivers rose, the winds blew and pounded that house, and it collapsed. It collapsed with a great crash." So, 2 houses, same structure, different foundation. As we think about what we just read, the words of Jesus here, these are the red letters, the words of Jesus. You're seeing different results with the same structure because of a different foundation. When the storms blew in, both houses reacted very differently. See, the real foundation of our life is proven in the storms. And your structure of your life, of your home, of your house, it's going to be shaken at some point. You may be in a place right now where you're feeling like there's a storm blowing in, and the storm's all around me, and my life is being shaken, and I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to withstand it. And if it's not now, it might be next week, it might be next year. But believe me, the storms are coming. The storms come in. And when that storm hits, what's holding you up? What's holding you up? If we're not going to be doers of the word, and we're going to just be hearers only, then our foundation is going to be unstable. Our foundation is going to not hold up the structure of our life. So what's God saying to you? What's the Lord saying to you through this? Hopefully this might feel like a bit of a wake-up call for you, because as it said, the next couple of verses in this said that everybody was amazed and astonished at what Jesus was saying. And so I hope that if you really needed to hear this today, that you'll actually take this to heart. And then what do we do with this? I know I needed to hear this today. It's always good to assess if my life is being built on the right foundations or not. These are questions we should ask every day. You know, this was at the end of the Sermon on the Mount. The very end. This is the last thing he said. He like closed it out with this. Kind of like mic dropped after this. He spends 3 chapters giving instructions for life and how to build the foundation that's going to last through any storm that comes up. And none of it is on our own strength or our own understanding or our own wisdom or our perspectives or our opinions. Those things, like Jesus said, are like the foolish man who built his house on the sand. So what do? What's our action step? Let's make sure that we are building our life on the foundation of Jesus, on the foundation of his way of living, his perspective, his opinions, his wisdom, and his word. So thanks for joining me. And I hope that you'll like the video, you'll subscribe to the channel, you'll share this with someone that needs it. Join me again here next time so we can have our coffee and connect to Christ, community, purpose, and God's word together. See ya.